What's up, dog? Are you ready to go to St. Augustine? St. Augustine? St. Augustine, Florida? America's oldest city?
Won't you come with me? Won't you take my hand? And we'll fall off the edge of the earth into
We are just a few days away from getting out of this joint. Currently, right now, it is freaking freezing, by our standards anyway. It's just gloomy, gray, and so freaking cold right now. Most of the people we were hanging around with have moved on, and we are about to do the same. Pretty much all the stuff that we are trying to get done on the boat is done. All the way up to even engine maintenance. I just did an oil change, fuel filter change, put a new air filter element, checked the belt, did a bunch of stuff like that just to make sure she's ready to go and the motor can get us where we need to go, and everything is pretty good shape. Knock on wood. But, so here's what we're looking at. Today is Thursday. This is a look at Sunday at about 1 a.m. As you can see, offshore, going from Brunswick all the way down to St. Augustine. We want to just do it in one shot offshore. And we got a pretty crazy big system going on in the Atlantic right now. As you can see, that's pretty nasty. But down here offshore, it's 25 knots. When you have wind of that speed blowing south, this may not technically be in the Gulf Stream, but the Gulf Stream's not that far away. And so you get some pretty steep waves. So look at that, right out there, that close to shore, 10-foot waves. And cold as hell, and blowing 26 knots. Could we? Yes, but in the words of Jeff Goldblum,
we're so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
So we're not going to. We're going to let the crazy wind and the crazy waves make their way past and get out shortly behind it. Give it about a day for the waves to fall down, and then we get that nice westerly beam reach, and should be in St. Augustine. Could be in there by noon, because I bet you we'll be doing better than 6 knots if that holds true. I just got done with a furious cleaning of Cecilia. We are about a day and a few hours out from leaving. It's Sunday mid-afternoon. I'm gonna go get back to work, and Lauren has already done a pretty big provisioning trip. We both went and did some, and then she went back and did some more. So we're still in the process of putting that stuff away. I'm not gonna go too crazy, you know. There's going to be plenty of places to get groceries all year where we're going, but they are a lot more expensive in the Bahamas particularly. So I'm going to try and stock up on all the basics that we can that don't have to be refrigerated, and kind of go from there.
What are we going to do?
Get pancakes.
Off to our last Maggie Mae's breakfast. Haven't been in a while. But, you know, any excuse to get pancakes, right, Rivers? Thought we'd take a little tour around town one last time, too. Just for fun.
Well, it's 4:15, and we gotta go pick up gas before we leave. So we're gonna shove off here, and I'm pretty nervous actually. It's crazy that it's finally here and finally happening. You ready?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Man, we feel too ready. It's freaking me out. But I'm going.
Gotta get out of here at some point. So we're going over to the fuel dock. We're gonna wait there until, what, probably 10?
I'm ready to go.
Like
You are?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
To town.
Well, we will go to town tonight and get pizza. But we're going!
Bye. Hey, where's the people? Bye. Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers. We framed up this nice sunset for you for our last night in Brunswick,
Done.
probably ever.
Yeah.
We are shoving off, finally.
After 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. You're going to see some junior sailors in the background. It's pretty sweet. You're not going to see Rivers because he was wound up, so he's down below,
Yeah.
chilling. But it's just insane while we've been here, all the things that we have gotten done on this boat. And so we're going to try and show you a little montage. There's going to be some stuff here that you haven't seen because some of it was so small or we just knocked it out and just never got on camera. So here is pretty much all of the crazy jobs we did to the boat, big and small,
It's
more or less from beginning to end.
every last one of them.
Enjoy. To some lively music. Welcome back. We also wanted to talk about Brunswick itself because the reason we came here was so that we'd have a good place to do all of that stuff. Brunswick itself is such a cool little downtown. So many cool spots that we went and visited.
We went to Hungry Hannah's.
You saw some of that footage this morning.
Oh, good.
One last stack of pancakes
Yeah.
for Rivers.
Good
Well,
breakfast
this is
place.
just one.
Not open on the weekends.
None of the breakfast places are open on the weekends,
No.
including Maggie Mae's, which is the other one.
Or Daddy Kate's. Not open.
Right, Daddy Kate's Coffee.
Yeah. So just
So-
know that.
We got to talk about the low points. You can't get a good cup of coffee and you can't get a diner breakfast on the weekend in Brunswick.
Yeah.
But the places are great. I mean, prices are reasonable. If you're staying at this marina, you get 10% off at most of these places. Yellow Deli, great kind of hippie deli, like off the beaten path down in the historic area. Island Shanty, which is just like this little Caribbean place where you can get kind of nicer dinners.
Basil Thai. They got some awesome sushi.
And then, of course, Tipsy McSway's, excellent wings, bar food, killer.
The island jerk pack.
Gigantic portions of jerk, chicken, beef, pork, whatever. it's really good. They got a great library. It's just been remodeled. Lauren spent a ton of time there with Rivers. So much time. Yeah.
And then a little shout out to Reed's Apothecary. We didn't actually eat there, but we went to the speakeasy.
The speakeasy.
That was fun.
You have to literally call them at a certain time in the day to get the password. And then the entrance is in the back of the building in like a little alley.
Yeah.
And it's got like a door with a metal grate on it. And you knock and the flap opens
password.
Up. And you got to say, Pretty Boy Floyd and Anthony here.
Anthony, yeah.
Yeah. And it's something different every time. And then Fox's Pizza. I love it. We're going to go get some tonight as our final Brunswick
Goodbye,
meal.
Brunswick.
Yeah. So that's where we're headed as soon as we turn this off, probably. But, yeah, we're going to shove off. Yeah, I can't believe we're actually shoving off.
It's time.
Yeah, let's hope everything works well tonight.
We'll find out.
We'll figure it out.
There's nothing we can do about it right now.
Yeah.
So,
well,
it.
We want to thank you guys because in the time that we've been here since even beginning our search for the boat to now, we've grown so many subscribers and tons of comments on the videos and just so much support. It's really been cool, and it's bolstered our love for doing this and for making the videos, and
yeah,
we're going to keep them coming. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff to come. Please consider subscribing and ringing the bell. I'll get you notifications every time we put a video out. Give us a like. All that stuff helps us immensely with the YouTube algorithm.
And just my morale while I'm doing it.
Because she's the editor. Until next time.
Yeah, next time we'll be in St. Augustine.
Yeah, that's where we're going to be.
Actually,
for a
you'll
couple
probably
weeks.
see us like transit to St. Augustine first.
Until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
'Cause a wandering heart is not my own, and the love I get is the love I've shown. Won't you come